Hey, what's up guys, and welcome to another episode of Friday 5, where every week we're going to be giving you a number of tip videos to get better at a specific game. And this week we're going to be taking a look at Call of Duty Infinite Warfare. And in this video I'm going to be giving you an awesome class setup to use if you're just starting out in the game, and it's one that you can use throughout the game. It's one of my personal favorites and will definitely help you get better at Call of Duty. So if we hop in to create a class, the first decision that you're going to have to make is choosing which combat rig that you're going to use. Warfighter's the default that you'll see most people running around with at the start of the game, but I would personally recommend using Synaptic. I think he's one of the best rigs that you have available to you, not just at the start of the game but throughout the entire game. So if we go ahead and use Synaptic, you'll have a choice of payloads to use. The Equalizer, which is some dual SMGs, are absolutely insane. Perhaps one of the best payloads available in the game. You'll just be able to rack a ridiculous amount of kills up, which is pretty awesome. Then if you have a look at the traits that you're going to have available to you, you're going to be wanting to use Combat Burst, which means that after each kill you gain a brief boost to movement speed. Now if you're trying to pick up loads and loads of kills and you're running gunning, this is going to help you so much because you're going to be able to engage gunfights quicker. One of the best possible rig setups that you can have. But now if we go into the important class loadout section, where we're going to make the class that you're going to be using, and then we're going to show you some gameplay with it as well so you can see how much it actually kicks ass. So if we go ahead and choose the weapon, we're going to be using the NV4 assault rifle. This is without a doubt one of the best guns available in the game, and if you're very lucky enough to get something a better weapon variant out of your supply drops, go ahead and use that, kind of selecting it with your D-pad as well. But if we go ahead and select the NV4, which you have available the second you pick up the game and hop into multiplayer, the optics that you're going to have, we're not going to use an optic. We're not going to use like a red dot sight or anything like that, because the iron sight's actually really nice. You're going to be wanting to use quick draw, that allows you to kind of bring your gun up to your eye, like aim down sights quicker. So if we go ahead and use that, and then you're also going to want to use a suppress, which means when you're shooting your gun, you're going to be staying off the enemy minimaps, which is crucial to staying alive and building up those big streaks. One of the most useful attachments in the game. And then we're going to have stock. Now, these are kind of my staple kind of attachments for assault rifles, just because quick draw and stock allow you to be really like maneuverable and kind of be able to engage gunfights a lot better. So go ahead and use that as well. Amazing setup to use, and then you can also mess around with camos and stuff if you've got them, which are pretty cool. So I'm just going to whack on Jagged. Look how shiny that gun looks. It's amazing. But then if we go into perks, you're going to be wanting to use Recon right at the start of the game. It kind of gives you a larger minimap, and if the enemy get a UAV, you're going to be able to see exactly where the enemy are, because you're going to tap into their UAV. It's incredibly useful. And then you're going to use Ghost so you don't appear on the minimap for other players with UAV enabled. So really, really useful perk combination. You steal enemy UAVs, yet they can't actually see you on the minimap with those UAVs. It's pretty insane. Then perk number 2. The perk number 2s aren't that strong, but I recommend using Hardline so you can get your score streaks quicker, so you can rack up more kills, which kind of will help you level up faster. I find that really useful. And then perk 3, I would recommend using either Pinpoint, which will kind of outline enemies that you deal damage to, which is really useful, or Marksman, which means that you'll be able to see name tags and kind of identify enemies. But the thing that I really like about it is the reduced flinch. It's not it's not a lot on an assault rifle compared to a sniper, for example, but it does help you a little bit, especially in long range gunfights. So go ahead and use that. That's the class we're going to be using. Let's take a look at some gameplay. Now, the first thing that you're going to notice after the incredible quad feed, which I got right at the start of the game, I cannot even tell you how chuffed I was with this, is how clean the iron sights are on the NV4, which is the reason why earlier in the video I was telling you, you do not need to waste a point in your creator class on getting a sight for your weapon, like a red dot sight, a reflex sight, or an elo sight, because the iron sights are so good. And that's a very common theme across Infinite Warfare. A large majority of the iron sights are usable, and there's very little recoil on a large majority of the guns, which is why you needed a red dot sight in the past, because your gun was flying all over the place. You had huge amounts of muzzle flash, so you couldn't really see what you were shooting at without a red dot sight on. But now the game's a lot cleaner, it's a lot smoother, and there's not as much kind of kick in Infinite Warfare anyway. So don't waste any points on getting a sight for pretty much any weapon that you'll ever use. But you'll also notice in the game how accurate the NV4 is, which is why I was saying use it in this class. It never really kicks. It never really misses. You can just kind of always, if you've got a good shot, you can just always put some shots down and you're going to hit your target as well. And another thing, you'll notice a lot of the time I'm constantly using my jump and boost ability within gunfights because it gives you a huge advantage. It makes you harder to hit, so make sure you're always trying to do that. But I hope you guys enjoyed this episode of Friday 5. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Subscribe if you're new to Xbox On and drop a thumbs up, and we'll see you guys next time.